What is up, For Honor family? I was initially seeing if I could get something out of those Robin Swords posts that the For Honor team was dropping on Instagram and X. And then boom, we had a mini hero teaser drop today that gave us a partial facial of the new hero. And yes, I said facial, you know what I'm saying. So I put Robin Sword to the side as I was still attempting to tie the hero to Spain. As I pointed out, the X on the coin could be a knockoff of the pirate gold Spanish coin doubloon. And that means there's still some connection to the perceived hero Spanish roots. Now I think I read the Spain link wrong here.
Hugely disappointing, but I'll get over it.
In episode 4 of the new Outlander hero hype, we talked about some possibilities of who the hero could be modeled after. Come to find out, the woman we'll discuss in this one might be the most likely yet. So a fellow family member, Pancake Trooper, said, shout out to Pancake Trooper, I just want to say that. So Pancake Trooper said that he also could see the similarities to the Spanish coin, but he wanted to focus on her hair color being ginger. He thought this could mean she could be Irish. He asked, doesn't Coldheart speak Gaelic? I responded with, yes, Coldheart does speak Irish Gaelic, and she could definitely be Irish, but it didn't end there. Pancake encouraged me to take a look at Grace O'Malley. He thinks she could be the inspiration for the new hero, and he thinks the weapon could be a basket-hilted broadsword. I'm not going to get into the basket-hilted broadsword, not in this one, but I do want to focus on Grace O'Malley. The first thing we need to do is to look at this teaser trailer really quick. Before we go any further, let's check out the teaser blown up so you can see her face a little better. Now, one thing you'll notice, it does seem like she is on a ship here. You see the coin that dropped on there, and then you see her face pop up there. So I started looking and reading up on Grace O'Malley, aka Grania Vale, aka the Pirate Queen. So first things first, hearing she is a Pirate Queen definitely fits with the lore we've been reading, since we know Coldheart took her in and made her family. While not everything lines up, y'all, there is one thing I will show you that will almost make you go, yep, this is her, and you will forget almost everything else I said in this video, and we're gonna get to that shortly. It's wild. I read that Grace's plundering and piracy missions went as far as Spain. The O'Malleys had trade links with Spain where they imported items such as iron, weapons, and wine in exchange for fish, fleeces, and hides. Why is that important? Because when we look at the teaser, we do see the coin drop, which could be part of her plunder from Spain, which I was pointing out before, which is part of that pirate gold Spanish coin doubloon. If it's not part of the plunder, it could also be part of the tolls her and her clan took on ships that she assessed were passing through illegally. So the Spanish coin resemblance has some merit. And do you remember the Tide Master effect you get from ranked duels? I was relating that to someone else in the previous episode. Well, it also applies to Grace. From what I was reading, they stated Grace needed to have an extensive knowledge of the sea, its tides, and currents. Its tides and currents. So that could tie in that knowledge of the tides. So I can get Tide Master from that. So what about the Wanted poster, right? I know we really couldn't tie any of the other women to the Wanted poster that much, but I believe it might work more for Grace. Of course, For Honor will adjust things, but there were people in the English military working for the Majesties that had it out for Grace O'Malley, especially Sir Richard Bingham, who was the English naval commander and the one who captured her. Now, this conflict with the Irish and Coldheart speaking Irish Gaelic, the Wanted poster on the Kenya map, that kind of ties in, so I can make some sense out of that. Heck, even Dobin looking across the sea in the Year 9 trailer makes more sense when you look at it, especially when you look at the map. And then you think about maybe Dobin being on the English side, and then he's looking over at the Irish, or looking in the sea in between the two lands. Quite possible, it makes sense. I can visualize the Pirate Queen sailing those waters right there. Another sign that points to her is the stance they gave Grace O'Malley here. It's similar to the stance of the hero you see above Tiandi's head. And as the signs mount up for Grace O'Malley, we now have to wonder, will we be getting a rapier after all? Now, why do I say that? Because Grace O'Malley was known for using a sword and dagger, or even two swords at a time. We know someone wielding a rapier is likely to have a dagger also, so that's not beyond the realm of possibilities. But do you think it's likely it's still a rapier hero? At this point, I think I'll stick with rapier and dagger for the weapon until the reveal. Okay, and now, the last thing, and you can tell me if I'm crazy or not, but when I was looking up information on the Pirate Queen, I came across a song made for her. When I heard the beginning of the song, my jaw dropped, my eyes went crazy wide open, and I want y'all to hear this and tell me, is this the nail in the coffin that the hero will be modeled after Grace O'Malley. Check it out. Y'all hear that? The name of that song for Grace O'Malley is called Grail Queen, Queen of the Pirates. That can't be a coincidence. That sounds way too familiar. So it really seems that this is the person the hero will be modeled after. It's the best of all the signs. Of all the women that we talked about and was looking at the connections, this one makes the most sense. Shout out to Pancake Trooper for putting it out there. And after doing a little research myself, especially when I found that song and listened to the beginning of the teaser trailer, I'm feeling confident this is the person they will mention during the den that was studied when designing the new hero. But let me know what y'all think. I'm sure we'll get something else before the den happens on Wednesday of next week. If it's worthy of discussion, I will be discussing it because I just can't help myself. But until next time, y'all, thank you for tuning in. I always appreciate you guys for that. The family's always showing me love. Till next time, y'all. Peace.